Now, I know I'm teaching my grandma to suck eggs when I say this, but every person should be able to have the opportunity to lead an active, healthy life, to be able to play sport, to keep fit, and to enjoy the social and the personal benefits of doing so. About 21% of our population has a disability. That's over 11 million people. Disabled people are twice as likely to be inactive than non-disabled people. They're more likely to be socially isolated and lonely, and more likely to be unemployed. Disabled people face many barriers in their everyday lives and are the most discriminated against group in our society. We must identify and remove those barriers that prevent disabled people from participating in physical activity. And in doing so, we should improve the long-term accessibility and inclusivity of this sector. At the moment, accessibility is an agenda that is gathering real pace. Earlier this year, I announced 11 disability sector champions. These are influential leaders in their respective industries, from banking to retail, from computer gaming and aviation to leisure. And they are tackling the issues disabled people face as consumers. They are leading the way in their sectors by driving improvements to the accessibility and quality of services and facilities. And our champion for sport and leisure is the marvellous Hugh Edwards of UK Active. Hugh has been focusing his efforts on improving accessibility through addressing the physical and psychological barriers disabled people face. In an effort to change public attitudes and perceptions, he is exploring how we can promote disabled people being active. Thank you, Hugh, for all the work that you are doing and everyone who has helped move this agenda forward. There is some great work being done. Earlier this year, the Royal National Institute of Blind People and Ability Training worked with Pure Gym in the East Midlands. 6 pilot schemes were launched in which personal trainers were taught how to work with people with a visual impairment. The schemes had great impact. It increased the knowledge of those exercise professionals, as well as the confidence of those with a visual impairment. The Tennis Foundation provided grant funding, training, equipment and resources and advice to help tennis venues across the country develop opportunities for disabled people to play and to coach tennis. This has had a fantastic impact on the number of disabled players participating in the sport, with a nearly 40% increase in both weekly and monthly participation. And it's also had a positive impact on the well-being of those people, with 64% of disabled players feeling more confident and 63% feeling less isolated. Get Yourself Active is a partnership led by Disability Rights UK. The project works with health, social care and sports sectors to deliver better opportunities for disabled people to get active. The impact being active has on other areas of those disabled people's lives is being measured through this project, including a person's confidence, their independence, their community involvement, as well as their physical and mental well-being. The Inclusive Community Training Programme, led by EFDS and delivered in partnership with UK Coaching, includes practical workshops and online resources that support people to learn and explore creative ideas to support disabled people to take part in physical activity and sport. And Sporting Sense, delivered by the charity Sense, is focused on increasing the number of deaf-blind people who understand that sport and physical activity is an option for them, and in turn, increasing the numbers taking part. More accessible opportunities for deaf-blind people to take part in and engage with sport are being created through this programme, and the learning will be used to promote the benefits of sport and physical activity across the broader disability sector. Thank you to all of those involved in those initiatives, and thank you to Sport England, who have funded 3 of those projects. It is so clear that sport is a powerful tool to ensure the inclusion and integration of disabled people in our community. However, increasing the accessibility of physical activities is not just beneficial to disabled people. The Purple Pound is the combined spending power of disabled households in the UK, and it is valued at a staggering £250 billion per year. This is a massive customer base that business is missing out on. Remember, 11 million people plus their families. If buildings and services are accessible and designed inclusively, organisations can unlock the economic potential of that Purple Pound. And the more inclusive an organisation's workforce is, the better insight they will have as to those opportunities. I want to celebrate and promote the great work that is going on to improve accessibility already going on in this sector, but I want to do more too. So today, I am delighted to announce a new and exciting partnership led by UK Active, Sport England, disability rights organisations including Disability Rights UK, and the English Federation of Disability Sport. The aim of this partnership is to create a cultural shift and change in perceptions around disabled people's participation in physical activity, and to create a national ambition within the physical activity sector to become more inclusive for disabled people. In order to accomplish this, the partnership is developing a project which will take a holistic approach to the sector. The project will identify the baseline of current activity levels, facility usage, and sector engagement. It will consult and engage widely to gather insight from disabled people and operators within the sector. It will examine in depth the customer journey, detailing the difficulties disabled people experience in participating in physical activity. It will train, support, and educate the leisure sector workforce through awareness-raising seminars and confidence-building sessions. And it will create flagship sites with 6 operators to test, validate, and promote the changes that can be made to improve accessibility. I want to say a big thank you to the partners in that initiative: Pure Gym, David Lloyd Leisure, Everyone Active, Virgin Active, Greenwich Leisure Limited, and Places for People, who are supporting the development of this exciting and transformational project. As it evolves, there will be multiple partners, and in order to ensure the success and longevity of this project, there will need to be a coalition of support from within the sector. And I hope that all of you here today will engage in the work of that partnership too, and take steps to ensure inclusivity in physical activity. It makes good business sense, but it is also a fundamental condition of a person being fulfilled, physically, mentally, socially, economically. And unless all of our citizens are able to reach their full potential, our nation never will. Thank you.